Okay, good evening, everybody. We're so glad that you're here. And if you're watching this playback, we are so happy that someone thought enough of you to get this information to you. My name's Tanya Sheldon. I have been with LifeVantage for over 13 years now, and I live in Meridian, Idaho. And I am blessed enough to be able to share with you tonight the company that we represent called LifeVantage. And I get to share it with my good friend and teammate, Laura Nowicki. And she is going to start us off. She's going to share with you an overview of the products and what activation means and what LifeVantage stands for. And then I will round out the night and we will do it in as short amount of time as we can to get you as much information as we can. So we value your time and we're so glad that you're with us. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Laura before we get started. Laura Nowicki is a mom of 7 children. She has always been passionate and still is about education of health and wellness. And she worked in public health for a number of years, teaching nutrition and breastfeeding classes before staying home and homeschooling her children. After her own health concerns years ago, and again when each of her kids experienced a concussion, Laura delved back into research on nutrition with a concentration on brain health and nutrigenomics. And she recently started a functional nutrition and health coach certification program to keep up to date and further her knowledge and understanding of this ever-changing field of health. And absolutely, it's ever-changing. So, Laura, the floor is yours. So excited to hear from you.
Well, thank you, Tanya, and thank you to everyone who's here and those watching the replay. It's such a busy time of the year, so I appreciate your time and abundant gratitude. Such a beautiful introduction, Tanya. Thank you. I listened to it and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's talking about me. So I do have 7 kiddos. And it's funny because my kids, no one's taken a prescription or had antibiotics, but yes, all of my kiddos have had a head injury. And so it's been fascinating as part of my learning process to just look into that and look into brain health and how resilient, especially kids, can be. Um, but again, how there are things we can do for our brain health. So I will share a little bit more about that as we go through as well. This time of year is really special for me with LifeVantage. I was introduced to this company on Thanksgiving Day by a friend from church we had invited for dinner. And I just kind of overheard her talking to someone else and saying things like turmeric and milk thistle and ashwagandha. And those were things I had in my medicine cabinet because I have always had kind of a holistic bend to how I look at health. And so I was definitely curious by what Diana was talking about, but um, I'm also critical. And so when she introduced it to me, I wanted to know more. I wanted to see the research. I wanted to talk with other people. And Diana did a great job just feeding me information and helping me with other resources who could help answer my questions. What Diana didn't know at that time, I was struggling with my own health concerns. I had twins at 42, and they were 3 years old when I was introduced to this. And I couldn't pick up my twins. I had to scoop them up in my elbows because I just had so much pain in each and every finger. In the morning, I did not want to get out of bed, but it was because there were lots of reasons, but it felt like I was stepping on glass, just the pins and needles in my feet each morning. I had headaches. I would make up songs for my kids to sing about my headaches that were just so constant. And people will say, well, you had 7 kids, you were pulling out your hair because you had so many kids. I was pulling out my hair because I had such horrible headaches that just wouldn't go away. And yes, I had a lot of kids, but that wasn't it. And so I went to a few different doctors, and thankfully, because who doesn't want to be told everything's fine? Everything's fine, except I knew I wasn't fine. And so when Diana introduced me to these products, and I saw that they were all natural and I saw the research and I read the information, I was curious and I was excited. So introduced on Thanksgiving, I bought it for myself for Christmas. And my birthday's the middle of January, and I could tell by my birthday that I was starting to feel better. Now, it was a process and it took time, but I could tell I was starting to feel better. And so it was just super exciting to feel better, to feel great. And now that's been 9 years. And in the last 9 years, I have met so many people who have a similar story of health concerns, of pains, of challenges. And again, thankfully, everything is fine according to lab results or things like that. But knowing that there's still something wrong. And so I've met so many people with a variety of diagnoses or undiagnosed that have found relief and found healing and found vitality through this company. And so I'm so grateful to share that with you tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I hope I am not. Oops. Play it from start. Here we go. So yes, so I was introduced to LifeVantage 9 years ago, and I loved the science behind this. I'm a bit of a science geek, so I hope that I won't have too much science information for you. I loved the science behind what we have. I loved that it was all natural. I loved the certifications, the patents, everything that I questioned just was checking a box of, yes, I can believe in this. My husband was in the financial markets. He loved that it was that we are traded on the NASDAQ and that we have, stock that he could see. And that was a different level of full disclosure that our company brings to the table. And so again, checking all the boxes, I just loved what LifeVantage had to offer. We have a tagline, we take it to make it. And again, these are natural products that work with our body's natural pathways so that our body can do what it was intended to do. We take these products to make antioxidants, proteins, enzymes, other things. So we are not mimicking what our body has. We are not adding or supplementing to our body. We are taking things that activate our system to make what it needs, which is so much different. It's so different from anything else out there. There's nothing like what we have. So it kind of all started, I'm going to take you back in time. It kind of all started with our flagship product, Protandim, which is called an NRF2 activator. Now, I did not know what NRF2 was when I was introduced to this company, and I'm grateful that I do now. When you look at the research of what is being done with NRF2, it is a pathway in our body to make antioxidants. It is something that is being studied across the board in every disease state and in health and vitality. So to know that we have a flagship product that has been on the market for over 20 years that activates your body's natural system to make antioxidants, it's just incredible. We're still ahead of the game. People are still trying to mimic what we have. So there was an ABC primetime investigative report that tried to debunk the science behind what we have. John Quinones came out to Colorado to interview one of the scientists that helped with our initial product. And what he found was incredible. So a few things. When I was introduced to this research, I was kind of like, okay, well, that's a bit of old news. With research, we want things that are up to date. Well, a couple things I can tell you. John Quinones still takes our product because of his research years ago. So he was convinced of it. The research still stands. We still have the same, it lowers your oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. That has not changed. And there is not anything else that can claim that or can say that. There are other NRF2 activators on the market, but if you look at their ingredient labels, they will say these ingredients are shown to. We all know that individual ingredients can have different properties, but often how you mix them together, the synergy can impact them. So the synergy of our products is what is patented because it creates this incredible benefit. So anyway, I could go on the entire time and talk about this research and this ABC Primetime Investigative Report. And if you haven't seen it, it is worth your time to look at. They do reference a research study they had just started years ago, and we now have the results of that 12-year research study head to head with two other well-known pharmaceuticals. And so again, we have the beauty of being able to look at this over time, and our story just keeps getting better. So that product was Protandim NRF2 activator. It makes antioxidants in your body. Antioxidants fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is the leading cause, the root cause of inflammation. And inflammation is the root cause of pretty much all that ails us. So if we can fight that inflammation, everything in our system just gets better. And so this is just a powerful product that, again, works with your body to make antioxidants. We didn't stop there. We recently, a year and a half ago, came out with a collagen product. And again, I'll admit, initially when we came out with collagen, I was a bit skeptical. I felt like we were late to the game. I felt like I didn't like supplemental collagen. I didn't feel like it worked. But again, I should trust this company and I should know that they do things that no one else does. And so our collagen, yes, it has supplemental collagen, not just 1, 2, or 3 types, 10 types of supplemental collagen in our product. Our body contains 28 known types of collagen. And so most people think of collagen for hair, skin, and nails. And those are type 1, 2, and 3 of collagen. The thing is, collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. So the dry weight of our eyes is made of collagen. The lining of our brain and spinal cord and our nervous system is collagen. Our digestive system from mouth to tail is lined with collagen. And so it is not just our hair, skin, and nails. It is our ligaments. Our bones have more collagen than calcium. It is so abundant in our body. And because our product is not just supplemental collagen, because it activates our body to make collagen, it will make all those 28 known types of collagen. So it can help our eyes and our joints and everything else. Now, the interesting thing, again, science, love it. When our company released this, it was actually above and beyond anything they expected or anticipated. And so they went back and did epigenetic research after we released it to find out, what have we done? It's so incredible. And what they found is that each of these products, the Protandim and then the liquid collagen, each does what it's supposed to do on its own. But when you put them together, the synergy is even greater. And so it is actually optimizing our immune system, optimizing our cellular response, and it is actually helping to regulate that. Our autoimmune system is sometimes left in overdrive. It is turned on constantly and we can't turn it off. And that's not how it's intended to work. It is supposed to go on and off. So in order to optimize that system, sometimes we need to turn off our immune system. And so these two products together help lower key genes in our body that are sometimes causing conditions that are not good for us, autoimmune conditions that wreak havoc on our system. So to optimize that cellular response is just an incredible benefit. You can see the difference as well as feeling the difference. And so it's just incredible to be able to see the impact this is having. But what I can tell you is that you can't see necessarily in these pictures how this has impacted their lives. It has changed their lives and increased their vitality. We didn't stop there. Again, a lot of the science that was done on our flagship product, Protandim, brought back answers to questions we didn't know we had. So some of the researchers from LSU took our Protandim NRF2 and put it topically on the skin of mice. When they got the results of their research, they came back to us and they said, you need to put this into a topical product. This has so many benefits for fighting aging on our skin. Aging on our skin is not just wrinkles. There's other cellular turnover that's so important. And so our skincare line is so fantastic on so many levels. I have a personal story with this because the picture on, is it on the left of the hands? Those are my mom's hands. And my mom had been suffering for 3 years with a condition that they just couldn't diagnose. Again, she wasn't fine, but she didn't have a diagnosis. And she took topicals, she took oral meds, she took injections, and some of them had some really serious side effects. I happened to be with her at a family reunion when our True Renew skincare was launched a year ago. And I asked her to just try it. And that top picture is literally overnight how this impacted her hands. Again, it's clean. It's ranked on, I'm drawing a blank.
Think Dirty.
Think Dirty. Thank you. Think Dirty that looks at the ingredients in different products. All of our products come back because our ingredients are safe and natural and clean. This is my friend Christy Spaniel. We shared a hotel room at the conference this was launched at, and this was her picture at the launch in the conference. And so I tend to only share pictures of people that I know and love. And so these are two that are true, near and dear to my heart. Again, our company doesn't stop there. This is Axio. This is our brain drink. And as I kind of talked about at the beginning with my own children and their head injuries, the brain is something that I have done additional research on. Our Axio nootropic brain drink has nutrients that are specific to brain health, mental clarity. It supports your mood. It's memory. This is part of the research study I did with our local high school looking at brain scans. This was just fascinating to see the impact and to read these testimonials of these individuals. All 3 of these individuals still take the research protocol that's almost 3 years ago that I did this initial research. And so this has really impacted those individuals and others as well. And I just love sharing this story. This is a spelling test of a 2nd grader. And this was just 2 weeks later after adding Axio into his drinks each day. You can see he got more right. So his memory was better, his organization, the clarity, all of it is just shown in a 2nd grade spelling test. So our company said, well, what else can we activate? And so that's when we recently released the mind-body system, the GLP-1 system. It seems you can't listen to the radio or watch TV or scroll without hearing about GLP-1. There are synthetic GLP-1 products out there that attempt to mimic what our body does. GLP-1 is a hormone in our system. It is natural. We all make GLP-1. Our body, our GLP-1 that we make has a half-life of 2 minutes, meaning it's in our body for 2 minutes and it expires, and then it's activated with the food we eat. So the next time we have some food, we get GLP-1 for 2 minutes. The synthetic systems that are out there have a half-life of 7 days. I personally don't know how 7 days is anywhere close to 2 minutes. And so when you mimic that in your body doesn't work like that. And so there are potentially serious side effects that can come with the synthetic products. Again, the research that has gone into what we offer is unlike anything else. This GLP-1 system, again, is doing more than any of us even anticipated. And it's so much more. It's so much more than just weight loss. Most of the synthetics out there are targeted to specific health conditions. We are finding that our GLP-1 system is truly a system for your entire system. So it's hormones and the endocrine system. It's your digestion. It is your mood. It is your nerves. It is your relationship with food, which is just crazy. So my own personal experience, I have lost a little over 9 pounds since October, since I started on this, which is a healthy weight, a slower rate maybe than I would like. Don't we all want to lose weight quickly? But what I have found also is, even in these last 2 weeks, that I haven't gained weight. And so I was back in my hometown eating foods I don't normally eat, drinking drinks I don't normally drink, cookies, pies, all of the things. And I have been at the lowest weight. I haven't been under, I'll just be honest, I haven't been under 170 pounds in 2 years. And now I haven't been over 170 pounds in 4 weeks. And it's just so exciting. Yeah. To me, though, it's also just that relationship with food. My daughter teases me because I can't walk into the kitchen without eating something. Usually, I always have a snack in my purse or my pocket. Usually, I'll say it's for the kids, but I'll end up eating it. And so my daughter and I did a college tour, and we were at a college that had snacks in every room we stopped. And I didn't even pick anything up. And at the end of the day, she said to me, "Wow, Mom, you didn't even pick up a granola bar." And I was like, "No, it's fascinating. I had no interest, and that is not like me. I am one to pick one up in every room of that college tour." And so anyway, our mind-body system is just truly something incredibly different. There are so many stories that we can share on how this works. And again, we have the research to show what it is doing to help with our appetite, to help control that food noise, to help boost our metabolism, to help increase our natural GLP-1 production. Yes, weight loss is a bonus, but it's so much more than that. Again, we take this product to make it and activate it naturally in our system. And so this is changing your relationship with food. It's changing your choices. I am also looking for healthier choices. I don't snack nearly as much. I don't snack. Yeah, it's just fascinating. It's fascinating. Yeah, here's my picture. And I was shocked to see the difference. That was when I had just lost, I think, less than 5 pounds, but I lost over 9 inches in that same amount of time. My friend Jen is in the middle. And again, she has no words. She lost a lot more inches than pounds. This is a gentleman, Tyler. He has a great story as well. And just hearing, almost laughing as he relays, like, I'm just not eating as much. Like, it's truly remarkable. And so the science is incredible. It is helping people with their health. It is helping with mental health. It is helping with energy. It is helping with pain. It's just incredible. And so that's the thing about this activation company, is these products do so much more than just one thing. Just as nothing in our body stands alone, all of our systems are interrelated. All of our products are interrelated as well. And so they help balance each other. There's synergy with each other. We have a whole hair care line I didn't talk about. We have a pet care line I didn't even talk about. It's truly incredible. The fat burn is jumping out at me. one more quick thing to relay about that is visceral fat is kind of the bad fat in our body. It is a hard fat. It is a white fat. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just sits there. And so our fat burn actually helps activate your fat to turn it into what's called brown fat, which has more mitochondria, which actually burns calories. So it was interesting when I started on our GLP-1 system, I bought myself a new scale, and it measures your different types of fat as well as your muscle and your bone and things like that. What was fascinating to me to see that my visceral fat at the start is actually normal, even though my what's called subcutaneous fat is extremely high. And so I credit that to the fat burn. I think the fat burn has limited my visceral fat stores. And so now I'm looking forward to losing the rest of my fat stores with the GLP-1 system. So anyway, that's not all. We have these incredible products that can help with your health. But we also have this incredible company that provides opportunities beyond that. So I'm going to turn it over at this point to Tanya so that she can continue and share more about the business opportunities.
Thank you, Laura. You always just do such a beautiful job sharing the information about our products. I just love listening to you. Yes, so I'll take it over from here, everybody. And what I'm going to share with you to end the night is just to talk about, okay, I couldn't multitask. I want to share with you about the business opportunity that comes with LifeVantage because, in all honesty, that's what got me started with the company. Although my husband has a story with the products, and I was very interested in getting him on Protandim in 2011. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time with two daughters, and I did not want to go to work for anyone else. I wanted to be my own boss, and I was introduced to direct selling network marketing when I was in college. And from that moment on, I was always open to opportunity in the direct selling world because of the people that I met. The people that I met exuded confidence and um, they were successful and they were making a difference in people's lives. And I just knew that I was put on this earth to make a difference and impact people's lives. And I didn't want to start my own thing. And I knew that if I could find the right company, everything would already be there for me. It was just finding the right one that I could do. And so I tried 7 before I found LifeVantage. And so because of my husband's health problems, that's how I found LifeVantage. I ordered Protandim against his will. He was very skeptical, but he was having just flare-ups all the time with gout, and he had high blood pressure. He was just, I always say, like a walking time bomb. And Protandim Nerf 2, our flagship product, completely changed his life, and I just saw opportunity to help other people. The one thing I was never shared with, though, along the way when I was doing those 7 other companies was what to look for if you want to find a plan B or you want to find an opportunity that can really be something that is ongoing and become a legacy or an asset that you leave to your family and your children. And one of those is the company. How solid is the company? How old is the company? LifeVantage, we started in 2009 because of an ABC investigative report that Laura talked about. No other company that I know of has an ABC investigative report that actually validates all the science and all the research that we have behind that flagship product. So we are publicly traded and our stock is hot, very hot. I would take a look at it. It's LFVN is our ticker sign, and we are debt free. And we are very transparent about that. We were even featured in Newsweek recently with other technology companies. We were the only direct selling company in that magazine, and it talked a lot about forward thinking and technology and health and wellness field when we look ahead with that. And LifeVantage was a part of that conversation, which is huge. The other thing that I was never taught to look for were the trends. what is it that people are looking for and what is it that people will continue to look for in the future. Now, you saw the other categories we're in. We're in anti-aging, energy, pets, hair care, um, weight management, right? Those are things that are trends. They are never ever going to go away because people are wanting to take more advantage, not take more advantage, but they want to take more control of their health. They want to be more forward thinking, more proactive. And weight management has always been something that people have been interested in. And a lot of people are looking at the wrong things because we want quick results. I totally understand that, right? But when we look at the trends too of direct selling and affiliate marketing, you have that ability to do that with LifeVantage. They say that as of January 4th of 2024, on average, affiliate marketers were making $80,000 a year. That to me is opportunity. And then the other trend that we talked about is weight management. People are looking for ways to do this, and they're looking in those categories where there are side effects and there can become ill things that come from that. So, the top 25 drugs by spending in 2023, that first category is a semaglutide, the Ozempics, the Wegovy, things like that. So they say that by 2031, that category will be a 200, I don't see, a $200 billion business by 2031. People are looking for ways to do this. And there are a lot of people that can't take the shot and they have ill side effects. And we are giving them the first one on the market that is natural and plant-based and good for you and actually activates your own body's GLP-1 hormone, which has such a key role in so many things when it comes to our health. So when it comes to this opportunity, sharing the product, growing teams, leading a movement, you have the ability to pick the way that you want to build a business. So if you want to just come in and just gather customers, you can build a great business by that. You will actually, every time you bring in a customer, you get a weekly check for that. That weekly check is the difference between what you pay as a consultant and what they pay as a customer. And that's about 10% on average. And then as you grow your customer bucket, you have the ability to make more on top of that. So on top of that 10%, you can make up to an additional 20% back. And that check alone can change a lot of lives just by sharing and getting customers and helping people change their lives with our products. Then by default, many times you're going to build a team. There will be people that say, how can I get the product at a cheaper price? Or how can I share this with more people as well? And for me, choosing to build a team is what has really changed our life financially. Like I said, when I got into the business, it was to be a stay-at-home mom and to bring in extra income for us. And coming into LifeVantage was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I did not know Laura when I got into this business. I was able to meet her through default by other people bringing in other people. And now she's such a close, dear friend to me. I can't imagine my life without her. And that's the most beautiful thing about this industry is a community that you create. But the leveraged income that comes with it allows you to create a stream of income that when life is hard and you maybe can't show up and you don't have to worry about telling a boss or checking in or asking for time off, that leveraged income means the checks continue to show up while you're taking care of your family because you've done the work and you have a team that's working when you can't. But it also does not mean that your team is stuck or capped. Laura could bypass me at any time in this business, and I want that for her. It's what you want to make of this business. This business becomes yours. You are the CEO and you are in control of how you want to run it and how much action and activity you want to put into it. So these ranks I know don't mean anything to you, but they are based on the amount of volume that is coming through your business through product sales on a monthly basis. And then over here on the right, you have the average monthly commissions that people are making. It was this right here between $250 and $700 a month that really made a huge impact in our life, that proved to me like this is working. And we had to move from Colorado to Idaho, and that check really filled the gap as far as the difference in the check that my husband was making when we had to move. And then when he lost his job while we were living in Idaho, I was around this area between 3,200 and 7,500 a month. And that took care of us while he was able to make the decisions and find his next steps. That was such a saving grace for us. So if you dig your well, this can really make an impact in your life. And I'm telling you, the timing of where we're at, 2025 is going to be LifeVantage's biggest year ever. And we're going to have GLP-1 in stock. We're not going to have to worry about back orders anymore. We are going to have solutions for people. We're going to be able to solve problems. And we are in the biggest categories that people are looking for. The opportunity has never been better. These are some of our teammates. So Vicky is what you call a senior consultant 3. The average income is between $8 and $700 a month. And I know she's making more than that. She has been in the business for quite a while. She got into the business for the community, and what she's found is herself. The confidence she is growing and the leader she is becoming, it has been everything. I know that she will tell you that. She loves the products and she really loves the people and loves who she's becoming. And then you have Laura. Laura loves these products. She is so filled with knowledge, and anyone to be on her team would be so lucky to be with her because of the knowledge she represents, but the heart and the love she has for people wanting to have the same kind of success that she is having as well. She is a managing consultant 1. This is a leadership position, and she has worked very hard for this, but also in a way where she gets to tap into team members and teammates to help her. That's why we're teaming up tonight on the Zoom. You don't have to do this on your own. And then this is me on the right. I am what's called an executive consultant 2, and I do this full time now. I support my family with this business, and I honestly feel like I'm just getting started. The weight management, the mind body system has changed the game for us, and it is just so exciting what we're able to do for people. So I've never been more excited to be a part of this company. Why LifeVantage? Why now? We have products that activate your own body's enzymes. Our compensation plan works for any type of consultant, the way that they want to do this business. Our GLP-1 activation that's happening, and we truly are thriving as a company. So we just want you to get in where you fit in, whether that's a customer or consultant. For customers, these are just a few of the stacks that we have. And when we say stacks, it's we're taking a product and we're pairing it with other products, because that's a beautiful layering effect that our products have. When you put certain products together, you get this synergistic effect where everything works so beautifully in tandem. You just start feeling amazing. My favorite is this middle one. Laura talked about the healthy glow stack, the synergy with that, the patent, the science, how it's helping the body with inflammation, the immune response. And then you pair that with our mind body. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. This right here, that investment on a monthly basis for your health. My husband used to have to go to the doctor all the time before these products were introduced to us. Now he goes for checkups, and he's 13 years older. If you could have seen him 13 years ago, and you could have seen all the explanation insurance benefit forms that we had in our filing cabinet, now we just don't have them. Like, he's living a healthier life, and mind body has stepped up his level of health because of how he feels mentally, what it has done for his mental health, and the way that he wants to be even more proactive with his health than he was before. I thank God for this system. I thank God so much for this system and this company. And then when it becomes time that maybe you want to be a consultant and you want to look at this as a business, we have 12 different packs that you can choose from as a consultant. We have so many different ones that you can choose from. These are just some I'm going to highlight. This is a multiplier enrollment pack. It's going to give you 3 systems of the Healthy Glow Stack and 3 systems of the Mind Body Stack. for you, your loved one to get started, and then another one that you can have on hand. We even have a bag for you to put it in that you could give to someone. So the minute they want to get started, you have it for them to get started. And when their order comes in, they give you back their order. And then you literally always have a system on hand to give to somebody to get started. This one is great. It's got our retinol alternative, the True Renew, the fat burn, all the goodness that Laura talked about is in this pack as well. And the Axio is great in the MB Enhance. It just kicks up the flavor a little bit more. So these are just some of the packs we have. You only pay for the pack once. You get a huge savings on the packs. And then you are a consultant. You get the lowest pricing. You get to bring in customers, build a team, plug into trainings. You get your own website, and you are off to the races. And we have a complete system that you can plug in to help you get started. We are in a sold out situation. It is on back order, but it won't be for long. And the sooner you get your order in and get your place in line, the sooner you're going to get it when it comes back. And ordering now, I have full confidence that if you place your order now, by the time you get it, and then it's time for your next order, you will be off to the races. You will not have to wait on it ever again. We are that close to it. And please know that if you are going to start the mind body system, you do not just give it 30 days. Our guts have been in chaos for most of us. We didn't even know it because of our environment and everything in our foods. Your gut and that GLP-1 hormone, it needs time to adjust and start talking to your liver and your pancreas and the rest of your body again. It takes time. And it may mean that you're fluctuating up and down for a little bit, but that third month, and even more so we're seeing now that it's been out for more than 3 months, magic can happen and your body is finally like, okay, I get it. I mean, I didn't know I could feel this good. I just didn't know. I didn't know that I didn't need to think about food all the time or that I didn't have sugar cravings. The fact that I can eat a meal and not worry about the chocolate I'm going to have after, it's mind blowing to me. I didn't know that I could live my life that way. So, and then the last thing I want to tell you, this is just such a beautiful thing. As a consultant, you have the ability to have health insurance with LifeVantage. And it's LifeVantage Healthcare. It's a phenomenal system. They even have a holistic plan, and you don't have to qualify for it. The minute you become a consultant, you are eligible to sit down with them, take a look at what they have accessible to you, and have that insurance plan. So we are just so grateful that you plugged in tonight. So grateful you got this information. If you want more information, get back to the person that invited you and they will direct you and make sure you get your questions answered. So thanks for plugging in, and everybody have a great holiday season and a great night. Bye. Thanks, Laura.